Hello, good morning. Hope everybody is fine. Today we are going to do a particular module. You know, this module deals with some practical side. We have 4 modules in the last module. Now we are going to enter one topic related to sentence reorganization and word reorganization, already over. And after that we went to some other lexical verbal items. Now we plan to finish 4th module, which is related to the practical side. Immediately after the class, I'll give you some topics that you have to work hard at home, and if possible you send to my mail so that I can correct for you. And now all students have been habituated to the online classes. Am I right? But some people report. I recently attended an educational webinar in one of the eminent personalities telling that students nowadays lose their values in the sense that they are keeping away from the colleges and schools. And now Supreme Court is very strict. Probably within 1 or 2 months all colleges will be opening. Supreme Court recently told this is a very big harassment to the children, that they are kept in the home just like in a confinement room to study. So all people are with you. All people are praying for your future, and you do the work that you can be very good enough to face the challenges. Related to this value, in a couple of weeks ago, I read a book, what do you call, biography of Jack Welch, a very American eminent writer. Jack Welch, published by Madhubhumi Books. It's a translation in Malayalam, I read. This Jack Welch says, education really to be meant for the real values to be updated. If no values in the life, education is nothing. As Mahatma Gandhi and other people say, education is meant for all-round development of personality. A person who gets behavioral changes, that's okay, that's left. But Jack Welch says education should be given for his real values. If no values at all, only knowledge-oriented purpose, education is nothing to do with. For that matter, he has given a beautiful experience. Jack Welch is. In his experience, his friend who is a travelogue, he wants to make a lot of journeys to different continents. And, his friend once met another travelogue, and he reports, see, in the interior part of Africa, so many small councils or states councils are there, like Eritrea, a technical part of Africa, where people believe still cannibals living. You know what is meant by cannibal? They eat human body flesh. Cannibals living in Eritrea. So this travelogue deliberately went to this interior part of the Africa, Eritrea, and had an experience. And he had been accompanied by so many people. means so many researchers. And once they enter interior part of Eritrea, they happen to see, all right, those people belong to this deep forest area, they eat human body, human flesh. And researchers told him, what is these people doing now, 21st century, still people, cannibals living? It is a great wonder to see. And this man, Jack Welch, friend, travelogue, he says, he somehow managed to take a small child from tribal group and has been abducted. Abducted means taken away without permission. And later, this child from tribes has been given a good education in American city. Now he has been almost 25 years old. This is an experience here, it reiterates in the biography. And later what this Jack Welch travelogue means friend did after his post-graduation education, boy was taken from tribal group, from interior part of Eritrea in South Africa, and has been educated in American university. And later what did he do? He decided to take this boy again back to the tribal group of Eritrea. And once he chartered an aeroplane, took this boy after education to Eritrea, the state of Africa. And what happens? He finds one transformation there. Once he happened to his parents and grandparents, all the related blood related people, he fled away to the group from these city people, and sat among them. And what thing they noticed? What difference they find? All the old people blood related to this new guy who has been educated in America and retained, the same people, old people are eating human body or human flesh in their hand or with their hands. But our man, after getting this city education, high modern education, no change, but he took a human flesh or human body pieces with a fork and a knife. That is the only difference. See, what does it mean? It means that unless there is an updated, developed, quality, value-based value-oriented education, people may not change. This is an incident, he says. So there is no difference. So whether the educated man or uneducated man, but value to be changed. Now what I must tell you that your graduate students now try to uphold certain values in life. No meaning studying only one language or particular things, or that's okay. That's okay. That is one thing that keep in mind. Your education and your skill. Do something. So many people have different skills. Am I right? Just like Yeshuda's people singing, Chitra like singing. Their talent is a skill. Carpentry, in the field of carpentry, some people are there with the skills but may not be educated. That is why all traditional people would say education and skill, talent that you have cannot be robbed by others. Till your death, these two will be there. If you are educated, it is okay. And this education should be supported by value-based, value-oriented skill. Then nobody can defeat you in the world. This is a fact. Okay, now we go to the other practical side, what is called a technical topic, what is called error spotting. Error spotting, all right. See, some areas that you have already studied in the CBSE higher secondary level. But the university provides a topic, error spotting, which wants to give you to make yourself trained the way where you can find certain problems. You know, nowadays, I would tell, if anybody asking me, I would tell, modern technology's modern technology's major achievement is the invention of what is called scanning system, ultra scanning system. We have a very big MRI scan method. This is a great one day. You may be perfectly healthy. I also look myself very perfectly healthy. But certain uneasiness coming, your total body will be put in a machine. What is called the MRI machine. Kept inside, locked. And some people are there showing uneasiness, and they will be kept inside in the machine. Some doctors will be watching and finding, which part of your body is affected. Which part of your body is not only affected by disease, they may tell you what type of disease is there and what type of medicine required for that. A great achievement. I don't know what achievement will be happening in the field of invention of vaccine for COVID. So this up to machines, a technical inventory is a skill by the scientist. Particularly once we have a head injury inside, they will scan and tell you this part of the brain is damaged. And this is what is happening. Like that, in language also, once you get a sentence, what is to say more, what is to say for a sentence, even once you get a word, you have to test it, whether you have to examine it, whether it is correct or not. If it is not correct, you should have a capacity to make it correct. Are you okay? So sentence correction, error spotting, or finding the mistake is a major topic in the field of communicative English or practical English. So people will definitely ask you certain sentences whether it is correct. In all competitive examinations, you go to CAT exam, you go to even our Public Service Commission exam, people say no use, but still we have to do our exams. PSC exams, UPSC exam, IAS exam, all competitive exams, common admission test exams, CAT exams. Everywhere, staff selection exam, everywhere, there will be a pattern of sentences given and ask you to correct whether they are good enough, or if not correct, you have to correct it. Not only correction needed, you have to justify it. In this particular sense, the sentence is wrong. Or in this particular sense, I made it correct, and this is the reason why I corrected it. So you should give us justification related to the topic. Otherwise, you are not efficient enough in the field of language. So error spotting is very important. So many textbooks you refer as such, you do not get a particular method by which you can make this error spotting in a detailed way. But you refer to Communicative English by Geoffrey Leach, or you refer to University Grammar. They give certain steps by which you are only graduate students, but after graduation, suppose you go to MS programs like PG programs, standard of the error spotting will be somewhat upgraded. Okay, somewhat upgraded in the way that you studied in the higher secondary level. Simple things will be given. But once you go to the upper level, your standard of the questions will be upper level. You have to face it. So, by the way, error spotting that you can expect in all the competitive exams, and this method is called error spotting. And we will do this error spotting in a detailed way, and after that you will get certain questions, you make it correct. This is my effort now, plan to do that. All the error spotting, first thing that you have to keep, there are so many steps we are following, all right, that you can keep like this. There are so many 1 to 5 to 7 steps. Once you get a sentence, how you will prepare it. First area that you have to check in a sentence is a tense oriented area. Tense, whether the tense is correct or not. This tense, that is related to grammar. All right, which all the areas that I am coming to write here related to the grammar. Grammar that we have studied. What all the grammars in traditional grammar, or structural grammar, TG grammar, all these areas that we covered. And some parts of speeches we covered. Now once you are supplied a sentence, how you make it correct, how you will find some problem is there, some cancer is there, you have to detect. And how you can detect and how you can correct it and how you can justify is a problem of question here. Alright, so once you go to the level, grammatical level, first step you find a tense system. Alright, how you will find tense? Okay, so many examples are there. First example, once you get one example, right? The God, you can copy down this. God was love. Example. You get a simple plain sentence. God was love. And if anybody asking you, is it a correct sentence? God was love. The God was love. What does it mean, God was love? Means was love, not is love now. Means what? God is always in love with all creations. So we never say was love. We will say is love. So was in the past tense, it should be replaced by present tense is. Okay, so some universal truths available in sentences in English language. Just like what we say, the earth revolved round the sun. Example, the earth revolved round the sun. You get one example, the earth revolved round the sun. Grammatically, based on tense, this sentence is wrong. How? Once earth revolved around the sun means not now revolving. So what do you have to make? You have to change this revolved into revolves. Tense will be accurate. So in the grammatical field, you students of learning in English language, particularly related to the error spotting, you should keep in mind first tense to be kept in mind. If tense is wrong, sentence will be wrong. In the same way, there will be time references. I'll give you one example. So this can be removed. Another time, tense means what? That you studied tense, Tense is related to time references. Example, the soldiers. First example, soldiers have fought have fought against, all right, against the British. All right, one example, British in 1857. Look here. Soldiers have fought against the British in 1857. How many years ago? 18 centuries back. Centuries back, such incidents cannot be given in this tense. In this tense, you should either give had fought or fought. That is the past tense. So, which related to the time reference 1857, you should mind the area of tense, what I mean. So, once you are supplied a sentence, you can follow these steps, these parameters, unless and otherwise you find the exact problem at first. Suppose you plainly read one sentence, you get one mistake you find and you can change it yourself, put it correct. But in certain cases, you get a confusion. In certain cases, once you get a problem, you try, not taking much time. It should be in a fast way that you go through these steps and find whether tense correct, whether next step is correct. All the steps we will say. This area is magnificently called what is called error spotting. You find the error, spot the error, remove it, cancer you remove it, then you justify or give the medicine to the patient. You take this type of medicine long life, then you will be okay. So once you get a sentence, you should be thorough that whether the tense is correct. Okay, that is one of the best step that you have to follow. Then second step is related to grammar is called concord. All right, this is need not be taught again once again, because concord as such we taught. What is meant by concord? Subject, verb, object agreement. In agreement means 90% N plus G plus C. Concord means agreement between subject and verb and object, means normally number system, gender system, case system, that you keep in mind. Mind you, this is to be done practically, that you have to work hard. If possible in the revision time, I will give you so many questions that you work hard. Then find these steps whether they maintain all the steps correct. Sentence will be correct. Like all the parts of the vehicle that you drive in a what is called Benz car. Once you travel in Toyota car, all right, all people prefer nowadays Toyota. All right, what is called Innova, Cresta, Toyota Etios, so many people, and also many other brands available, but comfortable journey. So once we are supplying you certain sentences, you go through these steps and see whether they are correct or not. Then things will be in our hand. Things will be in our hand. That is very easy. But I tell you, I recommend you, once you get a sentence, I think sometimes you will be supplied 5 to 6 sentences. Then ask you to, all right, find the mistakes, then justify it. This may be the question coming because you are only third semester. So people will ask you plainly, then suppose you get plain mistakes after reading one sentence. You need not to worry about these steps. But once you get a confusion, once you get a problem, again you have to examine it. You have to examine it through this method. First method, keep in mind tense. Second method, what you consider concord. What is concord? Concord is an agreement. What is an agreement? Subject should agree with the verb, verb should agree with the object. That is called a concord agreement. Example, we write John, all these area taken and John go to the college. One example. John, go to the college. One example. This is a verb. Not agree with the subject. Why? You should be in a position to explain. This John is third person singular in number system. In number system, John is third person singular. How many persons are there? First person, second person, third person. Once third person singular coming, your verb should be singular. This is a plural form. So, we can justify, change this go to goes, because goes is singular verb and it will be suitable to John, which is third person singular. So, in your answer, first point, change go to goes. John goes to the college. Rewrite. After that, you should justify. John, third person singular, means does not become suitable to verb go. Otherwise, go is not suitable to third person singular, John or Sita or Mary or somebody else, he or she. So, we have to change into singular verb. This is called number system. Related to number system. Then automatically we go to gender system. This should be done in a fast way, not in every. Don't spend each sentence half an hour. Once you practice and keep this parameter, all these what I write on the board is parameter to test, to examine whether this area is okay. If these are area okay, means sentence will be okay. That is what I want to try to talk to you. All right. So you should be very careful. But in certain cases, look, I'll give you one example in university grammar. One example given, egg and milk dash my breakfast. Look here. They ask you whether which one is preferable here. Normally, 99% people will prefer R because egg and milk, two. But you know, in communicative English, in the formal way, people say egg and milk will be taken into a small unit. That is an exception. So you should be careful that this egg and milk subject, though plural, you look like a plural, you will take R here because concord is wrong. Egg and milk. But you know, egg and milk are two objects but considered to be one, like bread and butter. Bread and butter means what? Jam and bread. Jam, it is pasted on the bread. Already taught in the Concord area, I think, that you refer to the pages. So generally, though it looks like a plural form, we will prefer is here. That is the matter. So you have to look into the number in detail, whether in which sense they are written. My wife and my life. University in grammar given. My wife and my life. Dash coming this Friday. Never write are coming. My wife and my life are both together. Their quality my life. Alright. So is coming. So in the sense that number system should be very careful. So number is okay. Now we go to gender. In cases of gender, certain time. Example, I met a tigress. Alright, one example. Tigress in the zoo. Alright, that is one example. And he was very ferocious. Alright, example. Look here. What problem coming here? I met a tigress in the zoo. One clause. He was very ferocious. Another clause. Is equal to what the method we studied, A plus A. Independent plus independent. Okay. But in the sense, as per our spotting, he is not suitable to tigress. He is not suitable to tigress. Means what? Tigress is feminine gender, whereas he referred to masculine gender. Automatically you have to change into she. This is the method that you find. It is in the stage number in intermediary stage. But once we teach you, once we discuss all this area to be discussed. So these are the parameters what I mentioned here. Gender system should be kept in the mind. And once you go to case system, I know you are familiar with the case that we already taught you case. What all the cases available in English? Nominative case, accusative case, genitive case, what is meant by possessive case, then dative case, then vocative case. 5 cases we already taught you. That you bring all these area into your brain. And whether the case system, generally accusative and nominative, some confusion coming, then possessive. All other things very easy. So once you get the case, NGC to be tested here, case, example, it is I, look here, it is I who made this kite. Look here one example. It is I who made this kite. Now it is subject, alright, is verb, then I object. Here problem coming, according to case system, I is nominative, but it is written on the position of object. In the position of object, only accusative case possible, but you placed here I here, so sentence is wrong. Convert this I into accusative me, sentence will be correct. It is me who made this kite. So this is the method. So case also finish. Like this, you have to check each and every case system. Then sentence will be correct. Again I repeat you, all these parameters given for you once you are put in a confusion. If you do not have any confusion, don't mind these steps. Alright, once you are put in a dilemma or tight corner, whether it is correct, whether it is good, whether it is bad, whether it is incorrect, then try to go to these methods. Then things will be okay. Otherwise, there is a tendency that you will fall in ditches. Very minute problem will be there. Don't make it major. So, these steps you keep in your brain, in your mind, then when there is a problem, I am sure I can find, because our teacher has given several parameters. These parameters, whether it is okay, sentence will be okay. This is what I try to teach you. Automatically, second step over. Then we will give what is the next step. Alright, what is the next step? That step is called preposition. It is related to preposition. I am sure, very sure that we have done preposition detail. We have given you, or you studied in the traditional grammar prepositions. We have done so many prepositional phrases and all that. So, preposition is a very important topic. Everywhere students will have a tendency to lose preposition. Particularly that you keep in mind what is preposition area. That preposition area that you keep, certain, you refer any grammar books. The university grammar book also given, after detailed discussion on preposition, they particularly refer certain prepositions are liable to certain verbal items. What does it mean? It means certain particular verbs coming. These verbs will be followed by certain preposition. For example, you know, suffer. Alright, suffer. This is a very common word, suffer, followed by from. Mean John suffers dash fever. Automatically no hesitation, no thinking, because suffer followed by from. So preposition is very important. Just like inferior. That already discussed. Inferior, superior, senior, junior, prefer, definitely followed by to. All right. Suppose others going to somebody's house, and that person ready to provide coffee. Then that man asking, others, you prefer coffee or tea? Then others say, I prefer coffee than tea. Sentence wrong. Never say prefer than, prefer to. Because prefer is a word 99% followed by to. So there will be a question coming. All right. John prefers dash coffee. John prefers coffee dash tea. Definitely you write to there. Because once preposition go wrong, sentence will be wrong. So this area to be. In the same way, plenty words are there like that prefers. Example, they are acquainted. One example given in the grammar book. They are acquainted. They are acquainted. Dash them. All right, selves. All right, themselves. They are acquainted. This word is acquainted. Acquainted means followed by preposition with. Means this is a special feature where certain words followed by certain prepositions that you have to keep in mind. Very, very important. This area that you need to refer to any preposition area as a chapter given in the textbook, then you study. Then fourth one is semantics. Semantics. What is meant by semantics? This area coming in the next module. In detail we will teach you what is semantics. For the time being that you keep in mind, once you get a sentence, sentence should be meaningful. If no meaning, semantics wrong. Semantics means every given written sentence should be meaningful. If not meaningful, sentence will be wrong. So tense may be okay, concord may be okay, preposition may be okay, but if meaning is not okay, not acceptable. That is why we from the beginning studying that what is sentence. Sentence is a group of words which give you a sense, which gives you a meaning. Semantic. So semantic is a fundamental milestone or a footstep that you have to keep in mind. After checking everything, your sentence is nonsensical means no idea. That is wrong, fully wrong. That where you will write S plus V plus okay. S tense will be okay, concord will be okay, preposition will be okay. But can you adjust this sentence? Look here, grass eats cow. We take everywhere this sentence. Grass eats cow. Tense is okay, concord is okay, number is okay, gender is okay. If prepositions are okay, but in the meaning level, sentence is wrong. How will you write? You have to rewrite. Cow eats grass. That we take everywhere in the even in the transaction time that I taught you in the last semester. I had given you this example. So meaning part should be very important. If meaning is not there, sentence will be wrong. Example. Another example we used to take in the class. The sun rises in the west. Look here. In the west. West means look here. Sun, subject, rises in the west. All these three steps okay, but meaning wrong. Why? This west is not suitable to the rising. It should be changed into east. Sentence will be correct. This is the other method that you have to study. All right. So we have completed 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. that these 4 steps are different parameters that you keep in mind. Once you get a confusion, once we get a sentence, for example, preposition level, I told you in the last class. In the last class, we told you, all right, chairman discussed, all right, about the manager's problem. Look here, one example. This is coming for the CAT exam. The chairman discussed about the manager's problems. Tense okay, concord okay, semantics okay, but the preposition, this about, does not suitable to discuss as a word. Why? Discuss means what? Discussing about something. That word itself has about. Then why should you write about here? So we write chairman discussed. We write only chairman discussed the manager's problem, not discussed about. About as a preposition, unwanted there. That you have to keep in mind. That can be obtained only by the way of practice. You read good books, read materials, read your notebooks, listen your lecturing class, news, then read newspaper, then your language will be more and more dynamic. All right. So what I try to tell you, error spotting is a big subject. Finding mistakes is a very big chapter. But we have to keep our own method, that you keep certain points, certain steps, milestones. Just like from Pavathi to Trichy you travel. Where? From Pavathi you reach to Kanyani, from Kanyani to Arimbur, Arimbur to Olari, then Olari to Ayandol, Ayandol to straight Westford, then Shaktan Tamburan market. So there are so many steps by which you can reach the correct error spotting area. Alright, remaining area we'll see you on next class. Thank you very much.